Well, hey, welcome to the Daily Brew. Today we've got Claire on the couch with us. Always good to have you in the Daily Brew.
Thanks for letting me join.
Okay, so we're talking about the Masters. Rory McIlroy became the fourth player ever to win back-to-back green jackets, so a big deal. But also something as a big deal. You may have seen it on social media. Shopping haul.
Oh, and let me tell y'all, this is a big deal. Like, we had some people that were there, and it was like, okay, can you get us this? Can you get us this? Like, it's a big deal, and people spend a ton of money.
I was reading online that the cashier told someone there that someone had spent $12,000 in one transaction.
I've heard the record was $35,000.
Oh my goodness. Well, some of the things include, like this gnome, the garden gnome.
They're a big deal, Joe.
Yeah, and then there is a Masters like mahjong set that's going for like $575.
Yeah, and then a big thing, of course, the hats are always a huge deal. The gnomes, they have a new one every year. That's why they're such a big deal.
Yeah.
And then there's like the needlepoint belts and the ornaments and you just have to get it.
Well, what are you guys getting? If you could go, what would be your target?
A gnome for sure, probably a few. I would have gotten the gnome sweatshirt this year. I didn't get one. I'm still upset about it. What else would I get?
The little yellow, or the tumbler is what I wanted with the Masters on it.
That's a good one.
Probably wouldn't have gotten that, but it would have been a good gift. That's another thing you do there. That's why people spend so much money.
Yeah.
They buy for people.
For everyone else.
And so a lot of people might spend $10,000, but the minute they get home, they're sending an invoice out for $8,000 of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of people ship it. Yeah. So you get a ton, and then you just ship it all to your house.
Because you can't order it online, right?
You can't find it anywhere. And if it's like, I saw the gnome sweatshirt that I wanted, someone I guess went and bought it and then already put it on eBay, $300. But there it was $88.
And I thought concert T-shirts were expensive.
Exactly.
Masters is wild, and you don't have phones in there, so like, you just don't really know what goes on. And and then there's like different sections of the Masters. Like if you're in the VIP part, there's different merchandise for you. Like you can buy different merch with a different logo.
I don't know. I'm just like grabbing one thing, something simple, and that's it.
I'm not.
No way. I'm not spending that kind of money. No.
It is my dream to shop at the Masters. Like you go watch golf, husband.
Yeah.
I'll take care of the shopping part.
Well, another big one, if you've been on social media, Coachella this weekend, Justin Bieber.
Bieberchella.
Sabrina Carpenter performing. And so a lot going on here, not only the great performances, right, and all of the outfits that people have been putting together, but there's a lot of scams going around with Coachella. Have you heard of some of them? Like the Airbnbs that people had booked, they'd get canceled so they could relist them and get them for higher prices.
Yeah,
Ticket scams.
Sadly, that doesn't surprise me.
I was going to say the food and drink too, because some beers were like $40-50.
Are you kidding me?
So even though that's not technically a scam, to me that's a scam.
To me, that's
they wanted it, but we got to go back to Justin Bieber for a second. Y'all don't understand.
How good was the performance?
I have Bieber fever again. I'm 16 again. So good. I watched the replay. I watched the TikToks. I watched everything. But it was just fun because, most people like Sabrina Carpenter had a huge production, but it was just him on stage with a laptop, half of it. And he was pulling up his old YouTube videos and he just starts singing with it.
Singing along with the baby.
Oh, right? Yeah. It was kind of for all, I feel like the true, like I saw someone talking about on social media, they're like, for all the true Justin Bieber fans, best show ever.
Oh, yeah.
If you're not like, you're just a fan, but you're not like, you haven't been there since the beginning, it was just an okay show. That's what people were saying.
I'm telling you, because some of the acoustic performances are the best. Because Three Doors Down, I was a fan, years ago. We went and saw them in just an acoustic setting.
It's different.
That was the best concert of any concert I've been to.
Well, and sometimes when they don't have the big production, you feel like you're kind of getting to see them.
Yes.
Like there were parts where he was just singing his old music, looking at the old video of himself, and he was smiling so big. And you're like, he's just like himself right now.
Yeah, just happy.
So it was
If you
fun
guys
to
could
watch.
go, who would you like to see perform?
Ooh, well, I'm a big Sabrina Carpenter fan, so definitely her. I think she would have been my personal headliner.
Yeah, that would have been. What about you? Anybody?
No one current, but it would either be Creed or Rush. That would be my
No,
bet.
those are good ones.
Joe, what about you?
I like it. I don't even, are they still together? But Bush, I would love to see, Yeah, right? Would be fantastic to see.
Mine would have been Justin Bieber. So
All right, so let's talk about Artemis 2. Big deal. The crew returning, splashing down off the coast of California after their trip around the moon. It was fantastic. We've been following since the beginning. I think some of the highlights of things that people loved, of course, is their view, out of the spacecraft, and then like things that they ate. And I don't know, their relationship together. Love these guys.
They were just best friends, it seemed like, right? Like, and you loved it. Like them naming, was it a crater after the one who'd lost his wife's wife?
Carol.
And the Nutella floating around while they're talking.
good,
Like,
yeah.
they were just having fun, and you could tell that they cared about each other. I feel like that's what I'm going to miss the most of this, was seeing their interactions.
Yeah. And so what's next for it, right? Well, Artemis 4 expected to return astronauts to the moon's surface as early as 2028, with future missions building toward a permanent lunar base. I want to see that, like something permanent on the moon, and maybe, we'll get more of these missions and get to see what's happening.
What I thought was so crazy was one of them said, the best thing that could happen is people forget who we are, because that means that, like, there are people living on Mars or on the moon.
It was a successful mission.
It was a successful mission, but it's like, I don't think anyone will ever forget them, but the fact that that's their mindset, like, they want to lay the groundwork for generations to come.
They are. So what's next is they're looking into infrastructure on the moon, including power, communications, habitats maybe. So maybe in our lifetime we could go?
Have y'all ever seen Xenon? That's what I'm picturing here. A Disney Channel movie where they live on the moon. You haven't seen it?
That sounds good.
Well, we'll have to watch it then.
That'll prepare us.
Yeah.